This week we're going to be talking about E3 2010. So we have Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. For the people that are viewing this on YouTube, we have a podcast where there's going to be a link on the description field right below you. For the people that are listening to the podcast, you could go to YouTube, and our username on YouTube is Brain Lazy Videos. You can see this video that is truncated of the podcast version.
Podcast is full and unedited.
Yes.
So you can hear all the screw-ups.
There's no. We're awesome.
No, we're awesome. What you see is completely untouched. We also jump and judder around sometimes.
PlayStation Move. It uses the camera to take a look at the colored ball, and it basically tracks your position based on that.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be 1-to-1.
It's supposed to be 1-to-1.
Yeah, it looked pretty.
I can understand. Basically, what they did is they looked at Project Natal and they looked at the Wii, and they were like, "How can we combine these? How do we use computer vision with accelerometers and stuff?" And I can understand how it would work very well. As an engineer, I can see how being able to pinpoint a place in space and then knowing orientation information about it can really give you excellent and high-speed control. But it is a Wiimote and an nunchuck.
Yes, yeah.
And, and it's expensive.
Yes, yeah, so that's the thing. So they're saying that, let's just say that we go straight to the bundle price, right? It's $100. That gives you one motion controller, one wand, which is the bulb thing with the different light colors, and
the Wiimote, so to speak.
Yeah, and a game and the iToy, the camera. So it gives you all that for $100. Now,
not a bad price.
There are some games that require two wands. So if you want to buy another wand, it's $50. That's for one player. So one player is $150. We have that. The motion controller is $30. And then another wand is $50. So technically for each person extra is $130.
That's a bunch.
Yeah, so if you wanted to play more than just one player with those the wands and the motion controllers, or if you need two wands, it's $130 per person. So it's a bit pricey.
Pricey.
But they showed off some games
we'll see. Everything's tentative.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they already announced it. These are the prices that they're going with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, they have that, and they showed off Sorcerer or Sorcery, or they use the motion controller and one wand, and he has a wand, of course, and he can select different things, and he can do stuff, and he can cast stuff, and he can do things and direct.
I love the idea that just like, well, okay, we need a wand. What we need is a wand. Huzzah! Kazam! The thing is, I would totally be all over that game. I'd be like, all right, close the shades. Alakazam!
Back to Sorcery. You can
Sorcery.
With the wands, they change colors, and blue is ice and red is fire and all that other jazz. So
that's neat.
Yeah, it's a neat little thing, and it's a visual indicator of what spell you have things. So yeah, that's neat, and you can direct where the whirlwind goes by pointing the wand at the floor. So it does some neat things. They also have like bow and arrow, but of course you need two wands. So they have a couple of different things. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. It seems like I want to say that the PS Move is geared more towards the core gamer market than it is towards the family market.
It's more of an actual finessed input system as opposed to a way that you don't need to know how to use a controller to play a game.
They had a pretty good showing too.
They had a lot of good games on the way.
Yeah.
I know I didn't get to see the 3DS. Did they show off any much of the 3DS?
They showed the picture of it. Obviously, you're not going to get anything of it.
It's got a wider screen now, does it?
A slightly wider screen. It has a depth slider.
Yeah, you can't really show a picture of a 3D. It's going to be a 3D, I assure you.
Yeah, so the weird thing is that, it has a gyroscope and an accelerometer just like the iPhone 4 now.
Naturally it would.
But the problem is with that idea is that it's a parallax display, right?
Yeah.
And it's fixed focus. So to get that 3D effect, it
has to be a single angle, basically, a single viewing angle, which means you can't be
exactly.
gyro, and that's true. Wait a minute.
So you can turn off the depth slider.
You can go like this.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of neat. It'd be like, you're in a cockpit, which wouldn't be bad. I'd like that. Anyhow, yes. No, so you can turn off 3D. 3D is an option.
Yeah, it's a depth slider. So you can make it more depth or off.
Nice. Crank it up all the way.
Look,
holy cow! I can see the future.
Yeah.
Turn it up to 40, man.
Yeah, so they have
I don't know why I suddenly turned into a burnout for that one.
they announced basically Nintendo. What Nintendo said for this thing was like, we have the 3DS. It's 3D without glasses, and it takes 3D pictures for little kids to take 3D pictures of everything, and they'll enjoy that.
I didn't know it took 3D pictures. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, it has two cameras that are separated just perfectly.
Neat.
Yeah, so
Cool.
I can see that. That's the other cool thing is it plays 3D movies. They're making contract deals with stuff.
That's excellent too.
3D
Very
movies
good.
without.
Oh my goodness, that's a big deal.
Yeah, so they have 3D movies without glasses. The whole thing, I can buy it. It's a portable experience.
A good device.
It's only for one person. I buy it. I get the idea. I think I might actually pick it up. It's I think they had a solid showing with the 3DS, Kid Icarus on it, that whole bit. They have a lot of stuff coming out for it. They're doing a good job. First off, 3D camera, 3D display, 3D games, 3D movies, kids, money.
Ding! Yeah, exactly. No, let me tell you this too. I was thinking about this. A point made in the Sony thing. We're the only ones who are cradle to grave 3D. We've got the cameras, we've got the TVs. Nintendo's going to have cradle to grave in one device.
Yeah.
In one device, you got the display, you got the game, you got the camera.
Yep.
I think they won, sort of.
I
mean, not highest quality in any way, shape, or form, but most comprehensive. Microsoft had the Kinect. Formerly Project Natal, now it's the Kinect. That's Kinect, not Connect.
Yeah. Like kinetic.
Like kinetic, yes. It's like kinetic if you spelled it wrong.
Yeah. So it's an awesome name and at the same time a bad name.
Yeah.
Because for people like us, we know what it is.
Yeah.
But if we were going to tell people that don't know, and they were like, "Oh, I need Kinect," and then they go search and they put CONNECT, they're not going to come up to anything.
How to connect your Xbox? I don't understand. You want a how-to manual?
Yeah. So, hopefully Microsoft gets on that marketing bandwagon and pushes it out there.
Yeah.
And just so that they understand that Kinect is Connect with a K, not a C. Having said that, Kinect looks pretty decent.
Looks good.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent.
It's allowing them to outwee the Wii. It's a phrase I keep on using. I'm sure it's used all over the net. I didn't come up with it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it's very outweighing the Wii. It's like all that weird sort of motion stuff you were doing with one hand. Well, now it's the whole you.
Yeah, they had some neat stuff. They showed Ubisoft made Your Shape.
Yes, and that looked... well, I'll tell you what I loved about that demo was the scanning.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay, the future is here.
Yeah. They had Forza 4, I believe.
When they were the car, and they were like, new way to check out the car.
Yeah, that was
a little bit silly.
Well, that's a Johnny Lee moment right there. Because that's augmented reality.
Exactly, yeah, you were moving your head. Okay, and that, honestly, I'll tell you this. For those of you who don't know who Johnny Lee is, I'm not going to give you the full rundown. He created what was called desktop VR. He didn't create it, but he was able to implement it using a Wiimote and special glasses. It's an unreal experience. When you move your head, it's not like you're looking at a screen with a flat picture on it. It's like you're looking at a window. Everything moves in correct perspective, and it only works for the one person playing. So when they showed a demo, and you're like, "Oh, what's the deal?" The car is sort of panning around. From his point of view, it was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be good. Better than they showed.
Now, the one thing that I am concerned about for the Kinect, no one has been doing any of these demos sitting down.
This is true.
None.
This is true. This is going to be... You're going to get weird stress disorders playing this system.
I don't know if it's because the Kinect system can't properly detect if you're sitting down, can't create a frame of your body if you're sitting down.
Potentially.
It's. I don't know what it... So for driving games, that's a big thing where I'd like to be sitting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to be standing and driving all the time. There's games where I'm, in it and I want to be connected to it. But there's going to be some games where you could actually use the Kinect system as you can take a button away from a controller at this point and use that augmented reality. If you're up to a wall and you do this, instead of trying to use like a right stick or something, lean over a wall.
So like a Time Crisis type thing.
Exactly. That was this week. It's pretty intense.
It's a big one this week, yeah.
Have a good one.
Enjoy.